Welcome to She Said That Out Loud, a place where we have inspiring, simple dialogue of our thoughts and ideas about concerns we face today.
In his boots, but he still did it anyway.
You still
He
have to
took
do it
all of
anyway.
that and still did it anyway. So you can manage anxiety anyways.
So, when do you think is a good time for someone to seek help? Like, if they're not able to sleep at night, if they're sad all the time, they find themselves crying a lot. Like,
hmm
when
It's
does that
it,
cross over?
it's a combination of symptoms. See, if you go to your doctor and you go see your doctor, then we're going to give you a little a screening tool that we're going to evaluate how depressed are you. So it's a combination. You can't sleep. You eating too much, eating too little. Uh, can't leave your house. That's extreme. Some people can't leave their house because of the anxiety. They just get real panic. If you're having panic attacks, those are signs that you need some intervention. So no sleep, eating too much, eating too little, and phobias. Yeah,
And you know what's interesting?
crying
Everything
all the time. Yeah.
and all those experiences is happening within that person's head. It's not even that
hmm
nobody's doing nothing to you. That's you doing that to yourself.
Yeah. hmm It's your
Nobody's
own
doing
mind.
anything.
That's when they
It's your
say your
mind
mind
attacking you.
playing. They say your mind playing tricks on you. That's where
Ooh.
they get that from.
Let's go back and dig a little deeper on these church highs.
Oh hey.
Getting high at church.
Oh wait. Let me type that in. Getting high at church. Let's talk about it.
Waiting for the pastor to and you know what, I don't
hmm
mind therapy sessions because I'll be watching
hmm
TD Jakes, and I'll be like, woo, I needed to hear that. That was good. Let me
hmm
write that down. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, but when you're
hmm
using it to get high, basically,
Uh huh.
just to so that you can get through a couple hours, because that's all it's going to take you through a couple hours, because like you said, when
hmm
you get home or you get back in your car, you're faced with the same demons.
Uh
Now
huh.
you, how do you start pulling back that onion? Because a lot of those issues stem from like childhood traumas. It could be stem from,
hmm
trauma that they're going through even in a relationship.
Uh huh. Uh huh. How do you deal with it?
Yeah, how do you start unpacking all that stuff that you didn't put on your back? Like Erica Badu said, pack light. You know
Pack
that
light.
song?
I don't know
Oh
that one.
lordy. Bag lady,
Bag. Oh.
bag lady, you gonna hurt your back
Oh, come on.
carrying all those bags. I gotta play her. I gotta play her so you can hear it. Y'all don't remember that song?
I don't know that one.
Bag lady? Oh my
I think I heard the
gosh.
title, but I don't know that one.
It's just the way I'm singing it. You probably don't recognize it. The way I'm singing it.
Oh, okay.
Pack
But
light.
see, Amy, in the Bible there is an anointing that came upon David when he played his harp. When Saul was being confronted and being tormented, the Bible says that he called on David to play his harp. So as long as David was playing his harp, the demons that were tormenting Saul left him alone.
Mm.
But when David went on about his business, the demons were tormenting him. So he always was calling for David to, same thing with this high that we get out of church.
Mm-hmm.
It's because the anointing, it's the power, it is the feel good message, especially in the Baptist church, the Pentecostal church, the, spirit filled churches that we get. The only way you can unpack the onion and to dig deep is to go to a therapist or go to a professional. Go to the pastor. Those pastors, a lot of pastors these days are educated, and some of them have dual degrees. That some of them are even counselors,
Well, see,
certified,
I
so they
think,
can help you.
in all these years, I think a lot of people have gone to the pastor.
We'll
and
put
that's
a
why I
pastor that
suggested.
is qualified to dig deep, in addition to prayer, in addition to
Mhm.
encouragement. Dig deep, peel those onions back so that you can heal those wounds that are still open.
Mhm.
Those wounds need to be healed. I know people talk about Ian Levanzant, but I like Ian Levanzant. I like her because she'll dig deep. She will dig into that wound or reopen that wound so it can go ahead and heal correctly this time.
Mhm. Yeah.
You may have a scar, but it'll go ahead and heal so you can move on. Hey, I like that.
Well, and see, I think we need to realize
Oh,
that.
Amy, before you move on, the reason why I like Iyanla Van Zant,
Mhm.
or Van Zant, however you say her name, Leandria Johnson,
Ooh, I love her.
everybody knows, big time gospel singer, preacher extraordinaire. When she was going through her alcoholism, when
Mhm.
she was going through her issues and whatever she was dealing with the death of her brother, she would go to different various people's church and she would sing the house down. Everybody
Mhm.
falling out. Nobody helped her. Nobody helped her. All the churches she went to, all the conferences she went to, she was able to function because she has a gift. And the people were blessed, and she left empty, and she left drink, and she came to some people's churches drunk. She admitted it. The church people didn't help her. When she
Mhm.
finally got a solution to her problem, it was outside of the church, and it was with a professional counselor, a professional, somebody who knew how to dig deep. In addition to the prayer, in addition to the fasting, dig deep to unlock those wounds and allow
Mhm.
you to get healed for real. Isn't it funny that you can go to church, sing the people happy, and still leave depressed?
Mhm. Putting a band-aid over
Isn't
it.
it funny, Amy?
Putting the band-aid. Yes, it is. They're not really.
When she
There's no
was
real healing.
drunk, why didn't they sat her down?
I don't know, cause I'm not a part of them people's church to know what the answer should be.
Amy, because they were enjoying the gift. They were enjoying the
But you know what? I was enjoying the gift too. Let me just say that right now. I was enjoying the gift. Every time Leandra got up there to sing, I'd be sitting there like, whoa! I mean, she be singing.
you weren't in the spirit. You weren't in the spirit because
I
Sharon
would.
because Sharon was like, Robin, did you hear um did you hear Leandra's new song? I think it was what was the one that was on the radio all the time? Oh man, Sharon was just in love with that song. I said, Sharon, Leandria sound like she drunk. This is way before she ever before she
The song that I heard.
Amy, before she
What's
ever
the name of that song?
Call Sharon on the phone.
What's the name of the song you talking about?
Oh, I can't remember.
You got to tell me the name of the song.
I can't. Amy, I told Joe and I told Sharon, Leandria sound like she drunk.
You
But
need to tell me what name that is. I'm talking about when
it
she
was on
was
the radio.
singing Better
on the radio.
Days, and I think it's Deliver Me. Is it Deliver Me? She was at what church was she at?
Not
I think
Deliver
she
Me.
was at-
This is
That's
before.
what I'm talking about. I don't know what song you talking about. I need to listen to that song so
This,
that I can see if I can hear what you talking about. Cause I haven't
you
heard
got to
any
be in
of
the
that.
spirit to hear. You got to be in the spirit.
Robin, I just
Oh,
told you you need to tell me the name of the song so I can listen to it. Cause the ones
what
I
is
listen
it?
to, I
I
don't know.
can't think of it.
Now,
I can't think
wait
of
a
it.
minute. There were times that I've saw some
Anybody heard
videos.
Leandria sounding drunk when she was singing?
Hold
But
on, I'm about to tell
she
you.
delivered now. Go ahead.
There was a time that I was watching YouTube, going through different songs that she was singing, and I did see that she was at a church, and you could tell that she was drunk. I get that. I did see that she didn't have on no shoes. Well, she always kicking off her shoes, but I think she had pants on, and she was sitting on the side of the thing, and I could tell in that situation she was, and I wasn't really. I mean, I
No,
wasn't
this
really
was a
feeling.
song that she recorded.
I
in the
know, but I'm
studio.
just
Oh, we got kicked off for some reason. I don't know what
yeah,
happened.
we got kicked off. We got kicked off. But anyway, so yeah, we're back. I don't remember. I don't know what song you're talking about, but my point was there has been times where I've seen her singing, and I knew for a fact that, like, okay, yeah, something's going on. But for the most
Hmm.
part, when I listen to her stuff, the ones that I've come across, I think it was that was
Well, yeah. Overall, we already know she's
yeah.
talented, and we know she could sing the roof off the church. We know that. But we were talking about mental health, and she also admitted that she was drinking her sorrows away because she was depressed.
And she felt betrayed by the church too. I
Yes,
believe she said something
she
about.
felt betrayed by the church as well. But how she got her deliverance, according to her, is to sit down with Ian Labanzan, who was a professional, who helped her
Hmm.
sort through that depression that she felt from her brother's death, untimely death. He was young too. I think he was only in his 30s or something. So, your initial question was, how do you deal with it? I say, see a professional. In addition to prayer, in addition to scripture, in addition to inspiration, encouragement, seek help.
Well, and I agree with that. I do agree with. I really think that you should go to a third party because if you don't have to get everybody involved, and sometimes you don't want the pastor to know all the juicy details that's going on in your life. Sometimes you need to keep that separated. You going too far by showing all that, sharing all that information. Some things just don't need to be disclosed. You know. So it's best to go ahead and just go to somebody else that's an outsider. They
Yes,
won't even know, they don't know
independent,
you. They don't know,
independent.
yeah. So you can give me. You can't know nobody.
Hmm.
You can't know someone and give them like an objective point of view. That's, to me, that's not even, how could you do that? Because I know you. I mean, I know you. I love you. I'm going to give you my response based on what I think you should do.
Uh huh.
Uh-uh. No, I need a third party.
Independent third
You can't
party.
be objective if you know somebody. I personally don't think so. It's hard to be
It,
objective when you know
it,
somebody, especially if it's a family member or something like that.
yeah, it's hard to be objective, but people who are wise and have wisdom can sometimes give an independent um, opinion or suggestion on how you can resolve the matter. They have to be
Hmm.
wise. To mean they're a little older. They have to be wise, and they can give you some input, even if they know both parties.
How much older? Because I think I'm
Well,
wise.
well,
Some people think we older than what we really are, and it's
well,
like, no. Probably because we hung around old people. We hung around
yeah,
old people.
yeah, we did. We was always at Big Mama's house in Yuma. Yes,
We was
hanging
always either
around.
at Miss Miss house.
Yep.
We had somebody's older. We had somebody older.
Uh huh.
All that.
Always, always. So I don't. It may not be a numerical number. It may not be a numerical number, but sometimes people equate age with wisdom. You know,
Hmm.
um, because if you want to objective, you don't want to be one of your friends or your age mate to give you some clarity on a matter or some give you some instruction. You may need to go to an older person. That's what I was saying,
Hmm.
to get some wisdom just from their experience.
And going back to the church and how people get high off the message, you
Hmm.
don't even have to go to church to get high off of what somebody else is saying. You have that within you. People need to realize you have whatever it is you need within you to
Hmm.
resolve any issue if you just listen. Like you
Okay.
have the same
Explain.
direct connection with God that that
Hmm.
pastor has. You don't have to go through the pastor to get your word. Now, sometimes the word may come through somebody else. Your
Hmm.
answer. You can see a
Hmm.
billboard. Ooh, what? That's the answer I was looking for. Or I may call you on the
Hmm.
phone and I may say something I didn't even know, you was
Hmm.
having an issue with, and I may say something, and then that was the answer that you was looking for. So I know it comes in different areas, but you don't have to wait till you get to church on Sunday in order to uh, whatever you're trying to reach for. You don't have to get that through a pastor on Sunday. You see what I'm saying? You
Uh-huh.
can build your own relationship with God.
Oh yeah, everybody got to build their own relationship with God. The thing is this, people are in so many different various stages in their lives. Say for instance, if you're 1 years old, then you gonna have to reach out. You got to depend on me, the mama. You gonna have to depend on me, the daddy, to help you, lead you, guide you. But when you turn, let's say 10, there's some things that you can do independent of your mom, you know, because you didn't learn some things through that 10 years. So if there's a 1 year old baby saint, let's just call him a baby saint, who is needing that word from their pastors, needing that word for somebody, needing that song to lift them, fine. It's because of the level that they're at. They are building their uh, relationship with God, or their Christ. That's what it says in Scripture. Christ is not fully formed in them yet. Do you
Mm,
get that? Christ is
yeah.
not fully formed in them. So
Mm-hmm.
it'll take a process for them to get to the place where they can be totally independent of
Okay.
others. Because what is the role of the pastor? It says, how can they hear? How can they hear without a preacher?
Mm-hmm.
How can he preach except he be sent? So some people have to hear from the pastor. There will be
Mm-hmm.
some people who have to hear from the pastor. We all need to hear from the pastor, actually. But in addition to hearing from the pastor, that's the time that you have your personal time where you're reading through scriptures, meditating yourself. But there are some nuggets and some keys and some uh, instruction that you need to get from a spiritual person or a spiritual covering. Do you understand what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, I understand what you're saying. You're
Yeah.
saying that you can't go from here to here just like that. There's
Yeah, it's
some
a
baby steps
process.
that take place in order for you to get to the point where you don't have to rely on
Hmm.
that. Let me get up here on Sunday, because
Yeah.
there is some people that they feel like they have to go, they have to do that because they haven't got to that point yet. Eventually they'll get to that point,
Yeah.
but in the meantime, you need to take baby steps.
Exactly. That's the reason why the pandemic has peeled the onion,
Mhm.
peeled back the onion, because it's every man for himself.
It really is. Right
It's
now,
every
whew.
man for himself, because half the churches aren't even meeting locally. I mean, more than half,
Mhm.
especially the big ones. They can't gather because it's too many of them. So if you were addicted to that rush, you'll get a little piece of it. But guess what? All that is going to do is start. It's going to be like a jumper cable to your battery.
Mhm.
Okay? It's going to get you started. But guess what? You got to drive it.
Mhm.
So
You
that
got to
means
do the work.
you got to do the work.
You have to
The
do
pandemic
the
has
work.
exposed the fact that you, Robin, you, Amy, you're going to have to do your own work. Work out your own salvation
You
with
have
fear and
to.
trembling.
You have to. You got to study
Uh-huh.
the word for yourself.
To
You
show
need to.
yourself approved.
You have to. And this time has really proven that to me. And I used to
Mm-hmm.
be the type of person who thought I had to be in church. I did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we were raised in the church.
Of course.
So you have your kids up in church. Mama had
Mm-hmm.
us up in the church. We got
Uh-huh.
our kids up in the church. You go to
Uh-huh.
choir practice. You go
Hey,
to Bible study. You go
Bible study.
to you go to so what's the school during the
Son,
summertime?
Vacation Bible School.
Vacation Bible School.
Everything.
All of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So you had
Amy
all the
Federation.
program.
Federation of Choirs.
You had all the programs. You had
Yes.
Union Baptist program.
Union
You had
Baptist.
Rosa Sharon.
Powerhouse.
You had Powerhouse. What's the other churches? Second Baptist, of course, because you know
Uh-huh.
that's where we were at.
Sometimes we went over to Phillips Chapel.
Oh, sometimes we went over to El Centro.
Uh-oh.
Raleigh. Oh, Lordy. And the whole day was done. The whole day
Uh-huh.
was just gone.
Yes. 'Cause
Going to
that's
all
what-
them services.
Yes, going to church.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I found out that's all I was doing was going to church. I was literally just going to church until something happened.
Hey,
Hey,
something down on the inside.
life starts happening. And you start experiencing some things.
Uh-huh.
Next thing you know, you have to build your own relationship. Going to church isn't enough.
I told you it's the spark plugs
It's the spark
to
plugs.
charge you up
Yes,
so that you
yes.
can drive on through the week.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And I've learned through this pandemic, and everybody got to get to their own place, but I learned that I don't have to be at church. Looking at the screen, looking at the TV, and seeing all these different sermons, I can get that word just as good as if I was sitting in the pew. I didn't had these prayer services here at home by myself. The kids and Greg, them, they look at me like praying more than I ever prayed out loud.
See? That pandemic is pulling out a whole lot, exposing a whole lot of stuff. It's exposing a whole lot of stuff.
It's exposing a lot.
So if you weren't on the computer screen, on the internet, guess what? How could you hear the preacher without this platform, Amy?
This
Everybody would
platform
just
is
be-
powerful. You
Yeah.
can reach the globe if you get yourself positioned right.
You can,
can
reach,
reach many.
everybody. You can reach everybody. That's why God is using this. This is a tool in the hand of the Father to not only spread the gospel, because you know it has to be preached. They can close the church down. Hey, but
They
guess
can
what?
close it down.
The word will still go forth.
Yes.
That's what we found out during this pandemic.
Yes, that's what we found out. The
When
word
they
will go.
close the door of the church, the word will still go forth.
Yes.
I didn't miss any church.
I didn't miss nothing either.
I was still logged in. I was still plugged in, and now it's interactive because now the churches have gone into Zoom, and you can
Yeah.
talk. It's become interactive. It's a fellowship.
Yeah, you can talk. And what's so crazy is you can talk to people in real time.
Yeah.
I mean, Robin, I didn't talk to Pastor Jamal Bryant, and he's responded. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everybody is reachable right now.
Yeah.
The playing field is even. So whatever you're gonna get, you better go get it.
Go get it. Go get it. Go get your blessing.
The playing field is even. You don't have no excuses right now. None.
It leveled the playing field to no end because it didn't matter how much money you got. It didn't matter how magnificent your house was. It didn't matter how wonderful your job was. Everybody is like this, sitting at home.
Everybody.
Everybody, same playing field.
Right. I seen Erica Badu. This was about a month and a half ago. She was having a concert live and was only charging $5. People was complaining about $5.
Yeah,
She said, "I'm an artist. I need to work too. I need work too."
she created her own streaming network. The first black woman to do it.
See, that's what I'm saying. This
Yep.
time is a time to get creative. I think during this time, a lot of entrepreneurs are going to be birthed out of this pandemic.
Yes, they're going to be bursting, thrust out of the nest, whether they like it or not. Because so many people lost their job. Their security and their stability was taken away. And so now they're figuring out, what can I do next? And you know what, man, I always wanted to be this. Guess what? It's the time to do it.
You got the time.
I
You got
always
the
wanted
time
to
to
do that.
think.
I always wanted to start this. I always wanted to write this book. I always wanted to record this. The people that are stinging, they still can go in the studio. You still can record. You know, there's opportunities.
Well,
Pastor Ojo said that some people during this pandemic, all they're seeing is open doors.
that's how I'm looking at it. You
Oh,
have
they're seeing
to.
open doors.
You have to look at it that way. And networking. This right here, you can get on the line with anybody and network in a different state.
Hmm.
You don't have to sit down and have a meeting with somebody one on one. Not now. Not
No,
nowadays.
no,
This is the one on one.
this is it. This is it. And I'm grateful.
Me too. I am too.
I'm grateful.
Um, did we have anything else we want to talk about as far as mental health? Because I did want to talk about Nick Cannon too, because I think he had a little breakdown. I just say that because he posted that
Uh huh.
comment and was like, "Y'all can have this planet on Earth. I'm out." Like he was going
Hmm.
to Mars or something. You ain't going nowhere. Do you have? I'm out. Where you going? Pluto? Does Pluto still exist? You got to deal with this Earth school. You got to figure out how to graduate and get your PhD.
Hmm. He got a PhD in DUMB.
Well, you know what? I think he was for. Even though I listened to what he said, I listened to the podcast. They took it down. He took them down. Somebody else reposted it.
Uh
So it's
huh.
funny how you think you can post something and take it down and you delete it. Somebody stored it somewhere, so now the
Yeah, it's
video is
already out.
surfacing. Yeah, it's surfacing.
Hmm.
It's resurfacing. And so I watched it. I mean, I didn't think the video was bad. Honestly, I didn't. But he said some things that ruffled some people's feathers,
Hmm.
and obviously he needed to apologize because his money is going to be affected. His money is
Yeah,
affected.
yeah, yeah.
He's in a position of influence and power, and he spoke to millions of people, made those comments, and they got scared.
And that's why we said you have to be wise.
Hmm.
And you can't, just like we said, you ain't gonna say the same things that you say at work, at home, or at church, or in the different environment that you're in. So you got to look at where you are. What kind of platform do you have? Or what is your influence before you start chomping at the bits?
Yeah,
You
and
got to
that's
be
what I meant
wise.
when I said I have to act a certain way depending on, because
Hmm.
you can't say certain things. There's certain things that you can only say at home with people you know.
Hmm. And
And
look at
even
Steve Harvey.
I don't keep up with Steve Harvey. What happened with him? I mean,
Well,
I thought,
he lost all his jobs.
well, yeah.
But I don't know why he lost his jobs, but
You know, I have a theory.
I know you
I
do.
I think that's when him and Monique got into it, and he messed up and said
That's why I say you got to be wise in what you say.
he messed up and said something, forgot the cameras was rolling,
Hmm. The
and and had to take the brunt off of that.
girl told
Nobody's
me.
talking, and
Girl
nobody
told
had
me.
no questions or anything.
I asked them to submit their questions, but I haven't seen any.
You know what? I wonder if they went back, if they were able to get back on to the link once it messed up.
Yeah, it has two people watching.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
can see.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess
Hmm.
they just want to listen in on the conversation. They don't
Yeah,
want
that's
to
fine.
add to the conversation.
That's fine.
Um, especially when it comes to mental health, but like we said earlier, that's a touchy topic.
Yeah, it is a touchy topic, but it got to be discussed.
It has to be discussed. If you want to be able to move forward, if you want to be able to move forward in any relationship, I don't care if it's a relationship with your child, with your spouse,
Hmm.
you have to work on yourself.
Yes, because you got
Because
to be a
that's
whole
you.
individual.
Yeah, because a lot of times what you see is a reflection of you. You
Hmm.
see something in somebody else that you need to work on that you don't like. Does that
Hmm.
make sense?
Hmm.
So, say for instance, Sky may be doing something that I don't like, and then I realize what she's doing is what I do to maybe her, or I may
Hmm.
do to DeAndre. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I don't like it. And it's like, she's doing what I don't like. That's what I do. Ooh, I need to
Hmm.
change that. Ooh, I need to change that.
That's
Ooh.
what me sucking on my teeth. I can't stand when people suck on their teeth, and then I get something in my teeth, and I'm like, and they like, look at you, you sucking your teeth, mom. I'm like, hey, 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 hey. I
Yeah,
just
you
can't
don't
take
like
it.
that. And
I
then
can't take it.
rubbing your feet together.
Oh, rubbing my feet together. I don't want you to rub your feet by my feet.
You want to be able to rub your feet, but you don't want to hear nobody else's
No,
feet
I don't want to hear.
rubbing near you. You hear that little. Will you stop moving your feet?
I don't want to hear the ashiness of your feet rubbing.
Oh
Oh
lordy!
God,
So it's
that's
like,
so
okay,
funny.
well then you stop rubbing your feet.
Exactly,
Oh
exactly.
lordy, it's just so crazy.
I
It's a
know.
crazy. So, but anyways, so there's nothing else.
No, I think I'm good.
I am too because ain't nobody joining in and asking any questions. So
Well, at least they joining in though,
yeah, at least they joining in. So
and
thank
it'll
you
be
for
posted
yes. So
so that
thank you
they
for
can join in.
joining. Thank you for
Yes.
those who joined. And of course, after this live, if you have any questions, you can definitely put it on Robin's page and she'll holler at you.
Yes, I will. I definitely will. God bless you all. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And because we have this interactive time, we have Sunday school at 7 p.m., Amy.
Today?
7. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Can you imagine Sunday school at 7? I can't hear you. No. Oh, your mic is muted. It's muted. Your mic is muted. It's muted. Hey, Faith, thanks for joining. God bless you. Amy done muted her mic.
Can you hear
Okay,
me
you
now?
back? Yeah.
My internet was going slow and it was
Oh,
mute.
okay, there we go. We better get
Okay,
out of
but
here before your
anyway.
thing is gone crashing.
Well, the devil's busy. The devil don't want it. So what did you say? You said you guys having 7 p.m. Sunday school at night
7
versus
p.m.
traditionally in the morning.
Exactly. And
So
it's
that's
on
good.
Zoom so that you can talk and you can interact. Can you imagine Sunday
Oh,
school
that's good.
at 7?
I
Ha!
know.
It's a new day. It's
It's
a
a
new
new
day.
day.
It's a new
It's a
dawn.
new
It's a new
day.
day. It's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good.
Ah, yes, indeed.
Oh,
So
all
thank
right.
you for joining you guys, and we'll have more of these talks.
Yes. So stay tuned. You'll know
All
when we're
right.
going to come blasting out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Take
All
care.
right. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel.